I've been a mental health nurse for 10 years now. This is my 10th year. And when I started, I had a rotation in a drug detox, a bit like rehab, but more acute. But they did have some rehab type things there. AA would come in every Tuesday night, and I learned a term there when I would attend those sessions, a term called geographical. And that was basically, you don't want to fix the elements in your life that need fixing, so you leave where you are, dropping everything abruptly, and move somewhere else that has the newness to make you feel like you've made some positive changes and it feels good initially, but quickly the old habits and dysfunction returns because you haven't dealt with some core issues. Anyone can do a geographical. You don't need to have any kind of substance dependence issue. What does that have to do with anything? Well, I'm out here doing some birding. I picked it up. Like, I got these nice cameras and all I needed to do is buy a nice big lens, and here I am doing birding. It's been super rewarding, actually. I just saw a pale-faced rosella for the first time. I've only been out about 10 times. It was one of those species that I thought I'd never be able to see, just because they don't have a particular area where they return, and they're kind of tricky. But I saw one for the first time today, so I'm actually super happy. I saw another species that I haven't seen before that I wanted to see. Had to get out of that location. Too many people, too shy to vlog in Australia. I went out to a place called Kumanda looking for some bird species that I've never seen before. And a lot of these birds I had never even heard of before, let alone seen IRL. Yeah, that trip didn't disappoint either. Saw some bluebonnets, red rump parrots. Maybe I didn't get the best pictures of them. One, I got kind of a landscape picture with them both, and I want to frame it and put it in our Osaka house because it's just got a bit of everything. Really proud of that one. Yeah, I could get a better shot. That's what's next time is for. I was so genuinely excited to go out to Kumanda, and really it's just a dirt road and a caravan park. The lady at reception told me there's a big group of Chinese people coming out in September. Yeah, what, for a dirt road in the middle of nowhere in Queensland? So it's all perspective. So I'm 41 years old. I haven't lived anywhere else in life, so I'm getting a little bit frustrated with some elements of Australia, and I just do need a tree sea change. But that doesn't mean you can't have a great time where you're at in life right now. This birding has kind of made me love Australia again. It reminds me of when I cycled between Osaka and Kyoto, and in between that there must have been a popular birding section. And these old guys that had these big bikes all set up, they were going after what I would consider blessed with the incredible biodiversity that we have here in Australia. It's very plain looking birds. Japan has some fantastic birding opportunities up north in Hokkaido that I want to check out in my lifetime. But generally speaking, biodiversity is not as diverse or as rich as Australia. So there's somewhere that you want to be, and it's a goal, and that's great. Goals can be fantastic, but don't have a goal at the expense of your present happiness. Because when you're living in the future, whether you've done a geographical in your mind or you've actually done one, if you haven't sorted out your issues with not being happy where you are at in life right now, it's going to cause anxiety, and that anxiety is going to lead to depression most often, and you can have both at the same time also. Listen to all these fantastic birds around. You can hear me now. You don't need music, hey? Beautiful music. Some kangaroos over there even. Look at them looking at me funny. Excuse me a moment. Super cute. Another thing about thinking about how much better life will be in the future. Maybe you live in the country, you want to move to the city. Maybe you live in the city, you want to move to the country. when you train yourself not to live in the present, which is our natural state actually, when you get to the place that you've been pining for, or whatever kind of psychological thing you were craving for, when you've actually got that, the same mindset exists when you've got the thing or you're at the place, or when we're living 6 months in Osaka. We don't train our brains to be happy here and appreciate what we do have. That same unhappiness will follow you there. So that's a pretty important skill to learn. As Matthieu Ricard would say, happiness is a skill, and this is how you develop the skill, one of the methods. There's also negative visualization, and that comes from Stoicism 2,000 years ago. Imagine you've lost everything one by one, and then slowly realize one by one that you have these things, and you can find yourself being very appreciative very fast. I know I am when I do that. So next up will be my solo trip I had in February. Done some pretty crazy things. I've got a lot of cool stuff to share with you. Then after that, Elise is taking baby for a week in August. She's gonna check out the expo, do some mum and bub stuff. She's on mat leave, and I saw free return flights from Brisbane to Osaka. So girl, you gotta do this. I've had 2 solo trips, you've had 0. Baby and mum are 1 right now, in many ways. So even though it's technically not a solo trip, it kind of is. And I'm really excited to edit those videos for her and share them with you guys. Gratitude. Thanks guys, thanks for watching, appreciate you. Let's all get outdoors and suck in some fresh air and be present, hey. Bye.